Hey guys, here we are for update number 15. It's Saturday, September 14th, the day after Friday the 13th. So I've always found Friday the 13th to be kind of a lucky day for me. But anyway, I'm just going to give you a really fast update of what I've done in the last pretty much a month. I've been super busy, but I have been out here working on it. I made some changes and pretty happy with the way they're turning out. So I'll flip this camera around and I'll show you what I've done, and we'll talk to you later. Probably the first thing you're going to see is I did move the two power packs side by side, over to the ends, and that's actually working better. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the with the phase shift. I'm going to round it off. I might, but I'm still not sure about that. The biggest change probably is in the yard with a runaround track that I did with a connecting caboose track, which also has what's called a pocket track. That's where this SP locomotive is. The yard would have what they call a pocket track, and that's where the yard power would be stored while the switch crews were going on and off duty, or extra power was just being stored. And it was not generally far from an engine facility or a caboose track. So like I said, I did add that. So that's the biggest change in the yard, and it's actually working really well. I did a huge makeover up here at this double crossover that I did. It just wasn't working. I was calling it malfunction junction. I was getting shorts that weren't working right. Trains were derailing, and actually it was a little more complicated than it needed to be. I actually was able to get rid of a couple of switches and use them someplace else and still accomplish the same thing. And it left me with this one switch that used to go to the pass over the bridge, and tied in with the double crossover, and I really don't want to take that out because it works. It's ballasted, so if I take it out, it's probably toast. And I think I'm probably going to put an industry or something up here where I was going to put mountains and so forth. But it really simplified things. It's made things run a lot better. It took 3 tracks off this bridge or whatever it is I'm going to do over here. So that was really good. And I put the switch for the end of the pass over on the other end. So that actually helped. It's a little tight coming off the curve, but it works. So I'm cool with that. And that's kind of what I've been doing for this basically the last month or so. The other thing I've been contemplating, and I still may do it, but I had a comment on several videos that they didn't like this, and I don't know why, but they didn't like the fact that I had to back things into the yard, and I just was working with what I had, and that's where this extension came. But I was thinking, actually I was thinking about that, and it's like, that would be really nice if I could tie something in with the end of this yard with the staging tracks. If I could figure out a way to come in on the back side through this, like a drop down or lift up or removable deal in front of the door, it might make it work. But I would have to come up with some place to tie in a switch to go. What I was thinking was tying in actually up here on the pass, and I actually put a switch in there to see how it would work, and it just wasn't really, I wasn't digging it. But my idea was to have a lift out or drop down or something, and be able to cross over in front of the door, and then go around under the somewhere over here, come back around and tie into the yard. And actually that would be a good idea, because it's kind of a pain in the the rear to have to back everything in. And that would allow trains coming into staging, or it would also, you know, if I was thinking of actually being able to tie into these two tracks and probably the engine lead, and trains can come in to the yard that way and be able to be switched out and serviced without having to back stuff in. So that might be a long-term project. But I didn't like where it was going to come off of this switch, off of this right here, and cross over here with bridge over, you know, whatever. I just didn't like that. But the only way I can do it, and I was thinking it's possible, would be to tie in a switch here, do something with the fascia, and shoot it across, you know, over here. And that's probably what I'll do if I ever get around to doing it, which I may not. But you know, that's the deal. And you know, I've got a couple thumbs down on the last few videos. I'm not sure why, you know, so you know, if somebody doesn't like what's going on, let me know. Don't thumbs down it. Just let me know. Or thumbs down it. I don't really care. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see you on the next update. Bye.